What it do is good YouTube, it's your boy Chubbs. Excuse me. What it do is good YouTube, it's your boy Chubbs, and I'm back with another video. Once again, we staying consistent week after week. Coming and showing y'all the trades that I took this week. Wasn't really a good week, I'm not gonna lie. Lost 3 trades, won 1. Not really my best week, but this next upcoming week in the market might be one of my best weeks ever. So, it's an up and down game. You just got to play the game, take it for what it comes with, take all the wins, all the losses, learn from them, and, continuously get better. This week, come girl. This week, it's featuring my dog, Sassy Girl. Featuring my girl. So, stay tuned. Okay, boom. Let me show y'all my trades. So, GBP USD, we had sales on June 18th at 7:30. If you're wondering what I'm looking at over here, I'm looking at my trading journal. Trying to journal more of my trades so that I can find a pattern so that I can up my win rate. So, GBP sells on June 18th, 2025. Okay. So June 18th, let's just replay this. Oops. June 18th, 2025. Okay, boom. So what I'm seeing is we are in a buyer's market currently. We had this breakdown to the downside, pretty strong. The pullback was probably to just keep selling. But we haven't broken to the downside as yet, so we are still, but we are still bullish. Until we break, that's when we become bearish. So what I see is this 1 hour order block right here. It's probably where I took a trade from. This 1 hour order block right here. We tapped into it, rejected EMA. Seemed like it had pretty good confluence behind it. Let's get to our time where we took our trade. 6. Okay, cool. Let's go down to the 5 minute. So cool, because I took this trade right here. 7:25, I took this trade. So, boom. I wound up taking this trade right here at 7:25. Probably put my stops right above here. Was targeting a 3-to-1. Got burned. Now, the reason why I got burned is because I didn't even wait for a proper pullback. This right here was just inducement. Boom, came, took liquidity. Because they know, big banks and institutions know everybody probably had their stops right behind here, exactly where I had my stops. Boom, came, took everybody out. And it's probably going to give us our entry signal sometime soon. But we'll see just now. What I should have waited for was a pullback to around. My uncle has the door open. There's a fly in here, bro. Yeah, we're waiting for a pullback around one of these order blocks, and then we need that engulfing candle. We had to shift down to the downside. So now, boom, so this is no longer valid. Boom. We wait. Okay, boom, that was our trade right here. We could have got in right here at 8:35. That would have been perfect because we came up, we got our bearish engulfing. Take our trade right here, stops right above the box, target 2%. I'm done with the 3%. Get more wins this way. Boom, TP hit. As you can see, TP was hit, so we're taking that. So boom, right there, TP hit. It looked like we could have got in again, like, you feel me? Like, there was plenty of opportunities if we would have just stuck to our rules for us to win this trade. Look at how crazy that is, though. Like, it didn't even get to a full 2%. Like, probably like 1.99, literally. It stopped at 1.99 and literally reversed. Do you know how I would feel if I had set and forget this trade, came back and seen that we was at a 2% and it didn't just finish and go through? It like literally wicked like right before it, and then the next candle didn't even wick down enough to give me my 2% to go back up. Like, that's literally what just happened. I mean, more times than not, if I got into a trade at 8:35, at 9:40, I'm still watching the markets. So I probably would have just gotten out manually. Especially seeing this engulfing, I would have probably gotten very upset. But yeah, I would have definitely took that win. But that's just to show you, like, if I would have stuck to my rules and took my trade literally an hour later, I would have been okay. Like, I would have literally made money. But that's the first loss that we took for this week. Second L was that same day at 8:35. 8:35, literally the trade that I was supposed to get in, I literally lost. Why I lost, I have no clue. Because I literally took this trade right here. I probably feel like I took a loss because I was just looking at the markets and it was just like a lot going on. And I don't know. I don't really know why I took a loss there. Because I literally took the trade at 8:35. I was supposed to. I don't know why I lost there. I probably just took out because I was getting scary. Or the same exact thing happened, but I was probably going for a 3-1. You feel me? The same exact thing happened, came down, and then boom, took me out. So that's probably exactly what happened because I lost at 10 o'clock. Oh yeah, see? This 10 a.m. candle came in and literally took me out of the market. So like we had the right direction. It was probably premature. So that was my second loss. I feel like I should have just been more patient. I should have stuck to my rules. If I would have just stuck to my rules, I would have been fine. But clearly I didn't stick to my rules and got burnt for it. So now I know, stick to your rules. You have rules for a reason. Stick to them, abide by them, and I'll be okay. So boom, this is another trade. I see that, this is kind of dirty, kind of ugly, but it is an order block. Barely got touched. Boom, we tapped into the zone. Boom, 5-minute shift to structure. That engulfing doesn't look enticing enough. That's more like it. 10-20. Probably would have taken this trade here. I mean, I should have taken this trade here at 8:55. I mean, per my rules, I should have taken this trade right here. 8:55 stops right above here. Target of 2%. Boom, TP would have gotten hit. But if anything, I would have gotten into this trade right here, and still my 2% would have gotten captured. So regardless, anyway, I would have looked at it. I would have won that trade. Well, I didn't even take that trade. I should have taken that trade, but I wasn't even in this market. I was in XAU USD. So let's go over to XAU USD. I want you guys to know that I don't trade XAU USD anymore. I just don't like the way that this shit moves. It was my baby girl pair for a while. I'm not gonna lie, it was, and then I don't know, it just started moving kind of weird, and I just wasn't fucking with it. Like I wasn't vibing with that shit. So I was like, yo, fuck that. I'm not using this shit. But boom, took this trade right here. Wanted this shit to go up to 3%, whatever. Wound up getting burned. This was an A setup. I can't lie. This was a good setup. It didn't go the way that I expected it to. So what I should have waited was a 1-hour shift to structure, a pullback, and then a continuation to keep going, even though we are bullish on a higher time frame. The 4-hour is bullish. Let's go to the 4-hour real quick. As you can tell, the 4-hour is pretty bullish. We had this minor shift right here in structure. So as I said, like, I should have waited for a 1-hour shift back to show its hand, to show that the internal time frames is now realigning itself with the higher time frame in order to keep going to the upside. Didn't wait for that, and as I said, I got burned for it. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Part of the game. For me, boom. Now we shifted back. We shifted back structure. Now I promise it's probably gonna come down and then keep going over. This is the 20th. That was the last trading week of the day. Of the week, excuse me. And then US 30, I wound up winning on the buys. Actually could have won a lot more. I took this trade at 1:30 in the morning. I was actually up watching the charts. And I took this trade at 1:35 in the morning. Again, not following my rules. But the setup was there. Wound up taking this trade right here at 1:35. I'll have to draw on what I was seeing. So boom, as you can see, we shifted structure to the upside. We had this not fair value, got this order block right here, or demand zone, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we had that demand zone right here. We came down, we tapped into our order block. Boom, boom, boom. Right here, we got the shift to structure. See, as you can see, we're breaking structure to the upside. Boom, boom. Shifting up, making structure to the upside. Boom, came down, grabbed liquidity, gave me a bullish engulfing, and I took the trade. I literally got out because I thought that it was going to reject this area right here and keep coming down. But what I failed to realize is that we had shifted structure. So this was just a point of contact for just a pullback. It would have just pulled back, retested the zone to keep going to the upside. I wasn't really paying attention. It was late. I'm not going to make no excuses. I should have been more attentive within the markets. I wasn't. Regardless, we won $50 on that trade. I may seem like my attitude is kind of off and kind of down, but it's only because I'm seeing the mistakes that I made in the market. I'm seeing what could have been potential great winners that I cut short just because of my psychology and me not exercising the fact that I need to be reading the markets on the higher time frame or my analysis time frame instead of my entry time frames. And yeah, as most traders know, this is a learning process. You got to continuously keep learning, keep developing your skill so that you can get better at recognizing these things and making profits within the market. I'm still learning. I'm almost 2.5 years in, and I'm still learning each and every day. Okay, boom, boom, you got into a trade, stay on a 1 hour time frame, stay on a 30-minute time frame, look at the higher time frames and see what the market is doing so that you don't just make random decisions, just because of the 5-minute, which would show you breaks of structures to the downside. It will show you literally you could break a structure to the upside, the next candle could break structure to the downside, the next candle after that could break structure to the upside. It's too much going on, and it could confuse you and make you make impulsive decisions that are against your position, that are against what you're looking for in the markets, and that's terrible. When I first took the trade on US 30, I told myself this market is going to go all the way up here because I see no order blocks to continue to bring this down. After this order block, after it broke here, I was like, oh, this is going to just keep going up and up and up and up and up. And I have my stops. I have my take profit right here. And look how close we got. Look how close we got during New York session. I literally, I was calling out these trades and just not sticking to my rules and just being impulsive. I made an irrational decision and only walked away with 1% when I could have walked away with 10, 11%. You know what I'm saying? So it's just things like that. I just got to constantly get better, constantly hold myself accountable, and just, just get better within the markets. But with all that being said, that's all that I have for you guys. This is kind of my trading journal as well. I'm just looking and seeing what I can do to improve and be better. And this upcoming week will be better. This week I wound up losing. I started this week at $450, I think. I wound up losing $45 the first trade. Second trade, I wound up losing $58. Third trade on gold, I wound up losing $24. And then the last trade on U30, I wound up making $50. So overall, I ended the week with $375. Lost a good chunk of bread this week, but we're looking to take this account from 375 to 1,000 within the next 2 weeks. So we do have some work to do. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know, we have work to do, but it is very attainable, and yeah, we're gonna get that done. So come, girl. Seth. Come. Oh. So this is just a goodbye from me and my girl. Look, Sassy, you're on camera. Look, girl. So yeah, this is just a goodbye from me and my dog. I told you guys at the beginning that she was featuring. She was just sleeping, so I kind of woke her up. But that's all that I have for you guys. Y'all be safe. Peace.